What's up, everybody? TCG Mike here, back for another deck profile. It's been quite a while since we've done one. We were with Franklin here, who is running a pure Dinomorphia deck. It's a rogue type of deck tier, so let's check in on it. What's up, Franklin? Welcome to the show.
Pretty good to be back. Actually, running my favorite deck that I actually ever had. That's what I'm doing.
I've been seeing you run this deck for quite a while, and I know you've taken a liking to it. So, now I played against Dinomorphia for a while, and it could sure be a problem at times.
Yeah, this is recently updated on Duel Links, not Duel Links, Master Duel.
All right. So, what you got for this build?
This one, the first main card I used to gain for the effect of getting my main trap cards out is the Lady of Lemony. Well, main effect is basically getting showing one monster and taking out 3 normal trap cards from your deck and having your opponent choose one to add to your hand.
Okay.
Next is one of the 2 main Dinomorphia monsters. The one is Dinomorphia Yugioh.
Oh, Yugioh, yeah.
And who those are familiar with the deck, Yugioh is the one that sets the trap card from deck to field and gains 500 attack points if the life points are 2,000 or lower.
Yep. That's the one that I kind of notice the play of when I'm playing against somebody on Master Duel. Mm-hmm. Like,
The second and last main deck monster is Diablos, and with him, I actually won quite a few matches with him. Diablos is the effect of sending one card from your deck, Dinomorphia card from your deck to the graveyard, and inflict 500 points of damage. And the effect of Yugioh and Diablos, while getting sent to the graveyard, you can banish one trap card from the graveyard and special summon its counterpart.
Damn. Okay.
Next, when you're in a bind, is the trap cards. And the main one is Dinomorphia Alert. You can target up to 2 main deck Dinomorphia monsters or 1 fusion monster in your graveyard and special summon it.
Yeah.
At the cost of half your life points.
And lowering your life points is very good.
In this deck, yes. And the alert also, if you're taking an effect damage, you can banish it from the graveyard to negate the damage. And next up is Dinomorphia Brute. Dinomorphia Brute lets you destroy 1 card in your field, as long as it's a Dinomorphia monster, and 1 card on your opponent's side of the field. Same effect with banish in front of the graveyard for effect damage. Next is Reversions. The counter trap card if you control a fusion monster, you could use other counter trap cards in the graveyard.
Oh, okay.
And the same effect of effect damage, banishment. Next, I like to use is Solemn Judgment.
Solemn Judgment.
And I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory.
Yep, you want to protect your back row. Also very good at trying to protect your back row from Harpy's Feather Duster or something.
Yep, and costs on half your life points. And again, low life points in this deck means better for you. Next, I have is Torrential Tribute.
Torrential Tribute.
Yep, everybody remembers this from the good old days.
Old school staple, yep. That's an old school card there.
Yep, and now here comes into a play of the game spell and trap cards. It's Dinomorphia Sonic.
Morphia Sonic.
Destroy 1 card on your side of the field if you control a Dinomorphia monster to negate a spell or trap card activation. And unlike the other Dinomorphia cards, this one you can banish for battle damage.
Oh wow! I like how they're also counter cards.
Yep. Next is the fusion trap cards. Dinomorphia Frenzy. This summons the big bad monster, which will come later. And
is that for like the big Rex?
Rextrium, yes.
Spectrum? Yeah, because I see him right there in the picture. I'm like, oh god.
And that one's also effect damage. Next is Solemn Strike.
Solemn Strike.
Everybody remembers good old Solemn Strike. Now here comes a little tricky card. It's the Ferret Flames.
Oh, Fair Flames. Okay.
The combination of attack of monsters on your opponent's side of the field are higher than your attack points. Those must go bye-bye.
Oh. Attack of all face of your opponent control. Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, that's why I said, the lower your life points, the better you're off.
Now, how do you pair up when it comes against fighting against burn decks now? How does Dinomorphia like handles that type?
Well, but like I said, most of the trap cards usually go negate effect damage.
Okay. That's actually pretty good. Nice counter against those type of decks.
And I got one fusion monster that if your opponent happen to have a monster that can get by, that could get by the spell track cards, I got one that does damage back if they do damage to me.
Ah.
Next is the Dinomorphia Domain. Dinomorphia Domain. Special summon, fusion summon by sending 2 of your monsters from your deck to your graveyard. And I can't remember. This is also effect damage.
Oh wow.
Like I said, a lot of effect damage you get.
Yeah.
And the best thing about the main monsters, they're mostly nothing but dinos. This is why I added this. This is why I have this little buddy, Fossil Dig.
Yep, Fossil Dig. There you go.
I also have one of these in my side deck option.
Okay. I was gonna say, did you ever think about running 3, or is it not necessary?
Oh, it's not really necessary, but because of it's good to have.
I got that. It's for you to find these ones
Yep.
right here.
I also have a third reversions for the counter trap card.
Okay.
And last but not least is my draw power. Power Duality.
Power Duality. Nice.
Next, and finally, is the extra deck. First up is my number 60. This the Timeless. His main effect is basically detaching 2. So you can either skip your next draw phase, draw 2 cards. Skip your next main phase and special summon monsters from your graveyard in defense position. Or skip the next battle phase and also double the attack of one monster I control onto the next turn.
Ah. Alright, that's
So
nice.
he's either a good special summon monster or a good double, good game ender.
Right. Control. Gotcha. What was the Timeless?
Next is, Mike might know this guy by heart, Raiders Knight.
Oh, Raiders Nights. Yeah, I know Raiders Nights. I think I know what's coming up.
And so if you end up watching Mike's last videos, you might remember this card.
Yep, if you watch the Phantom Knights. So I already know what he does. So basically, you just tribute him for a higher rank or lower rank of a Xyz monster.
And he might
Is he in there?
Yes.
There he is, the big boy. Ark Rebellion Xyz Dragon.
And you remember good old effect of this big bad boy.
Yep, so do I have to tell what this one does?
If you want me to, I can, but if you want to, go ahead.
So basically for any of those viewers out there, which I'm very familiar with this card because he's my boy, you detach a card, it negates all monster effects on the field permanently, and he sucks up everyone's attack powers to him, creates a big massive amount of attack points, and you pretty much punch for game if you can make a game right there. So
next is, everybody should notice now, I'm a big Noah's fan, and that video might be up later.
yes.
Number 39, Utopia. Everybody should remember Utopia is a attack-stopping game.
Oh yes. And speaking about numbers, ladies and gentlemen, Franklin here says he does have the whole number collection, and he's willing to actually showcase it for another future video. So stay tuned for that one.
For any of you XYZ fans, like me.
Yep.
Next is Utopic Prime. One of the ones, if you get your life points down to 10, you get your life points down to 10 to activate. For what? If your opponent's life points are at least 3,000 points or higher, you can attach 3 materials from this card, pay until you have 10 life points left. And this card, and destroy as many special summon monsters your opponent controls as possible. And if you do, banish them. Then inflict 300 points of damage to your opponent for each banished card. And so, again, if you notice the thing of getting points down to 10.
Yep.
Main thing for this deck, it's your life points low, people. Next is Abyss Dweller.
Oh, that's well.
And at this point, Abyss Dweller is basically all monsters you control gain 500 attack points. And when you return, you can discard one card from this card, and your opponent cannot activate any card effects from the graveyard.
Yeah, it's a shuts down your opponents in the graveyard.
Yep.
For the turn.
Next is the duo of the series, Ivisar Liggy. Liggy, when an opponent's monster is number summoned or special summoned, or a spell card is activated, you can detach 2 materials from this card, negate the summon or activation of the card. And next up is Deloka.
That's the other one.
Yep. Negate any activation of another card that's activated.
If you destroy it.
Yep. Next is Derek the Dark Charmer Gloomy.
Oh, Dark Charmer, yes, Gloomy. That's another. That's a good side deck card, too, as well.
Yep.
Most of the boss monsters are usually like dark types.
If you've been paying attention, most of the deck is nothing but dark.
Yeah. I'm saying when it gets summoned, you take a dark monster from your opponent's graveyard.
Yep.
Such as like Destiny Hero and Destroyer the Phoenix Enforcer. He's dark, and I know there's a couple other bigger bosses too that are dark.
Yep. So he's good to have. Next is the main fusion monsters for this deck. This one I have is a 3 option, but I usually have 2 and 1 in the side deck. Is Stealth Borgia.
Ooh, Stealth Borgia.
Now, Stealth Borgia is a particular fusion monster when you want to stop losing life points. If your life points are 2,000, you don't have to pay for nothing.
Oh, wow.
Any cost card that you use automatically becomes 0. So like Solemn Strike and Solemn Judgment are a free card to use. And when he's destroyed, you can special summon any monster regardless of in your graveyard, regardless of cost.
Yeah.
And he also has a sneaky little effect of when your opponent's monster activates this effect, your opponent takes damage equal to the attack points.
Oh, wow.
Next.
More damage.
Next up is Contingia. A Contingia, you can activate any trap card in your graveyard as long as you banish it afterwards, and have to use it as this effect. Also, when it's destroyed, you can do the same thing as Stealth Borgia. Special summon any monster from your graveyard.
Okay.
Next is the big bad boss monster for this deck.
I think we all know of.
I'm currently looking for a second one of these. This is Dinomorphia Rextrium. Rextrium is the effect goes as this. Your opponent cannot activate effects of the monsters as long as you have more attack points than your life points.
So basically, he's a skill drain skill drain monster
Only for your opponents.
legs.
But only for your opponents.
Yeah, only for your opponents. Yeah, this is the big beefy one.
And also, pay 2,000, pay half your life points, and have all your opponent's monsters equal your life points.
Yep. Yeah, that's the big one.
And if he also is so happen to destroy it somehow, you can special summon any monster from your graveyard, regardless of summoning conditions.
Well, which is like could be just like the
fusion monsters.
Yeah, the fusion monsters.
That was 6 or lower.
Wow. Okay. And then you said you had some extras.
Yeah, the main extras is an extra Reversion, an extra Stealth Bergia, a Fossil Dig, and a couple of Lightning Storms.
Okay. And is a side deck that you're working on right now, pretty much.
Currently, yes.
So, and then of course you say you're looking for a second one, another one of this one, currently.
Currently, yes.
Okay. So, looking for another one of that one, and any other options or tech ideas or anything, or?
Well, you could go with this Imperial Iron Wall, since Imperial Iron Wall would be terrible for this deck.
Yeah, actually that would be terrible to negate for effects,
But the Return from Different Dimension would be good if you're happy to lose your monsters.
is that even on the ban? It's on the ban list, ain't it?
I think it's limited to 1.
Yeah, I think so. I gotta look at the ban list.
Uh,
All right, so that's right here. All right, so that's the deck profile for Dinomorphia, and thank you, Franklin. Any last words or anything before we head off?
It's just remember, this is a casual rogue, so don't harsh it too harshly.
Yeah, hear it in the comments. All right, everyone, thank you so much. And like I said, Franklin has a future looking into showing off his numbers collection one of these days, and we'll make a video of that. So thank you, everybody, for checking this video out, and we'll see you later.